Hello, this is Valerie at My Scrap Chick, and I'm going to be putting together the candy corn party box. This is a freebie for the month of October in 25. And on this box, you're going to have the options to either design with a spider and a greeting and a spider web, or you can decorate the front with candy corn. Maybe for the people who don't really like spiders, but either way, both these designs are going to be included in the file. And so I'm going to set this over here for now, and I'm going to show you putting together this box. And I've already got the three pieces that go for the front of the box and the back of the box, and they are glued to this black backing. And at the bottom of this black backing, you'll also notice there's two notches, and that's going to come in handy when we go to put the box together, with these two layers here. But anyway, I had already gone and put those together, so you won't get to see that. But it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to take these off for right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the part that goes around to form the box. And I'm going to flip this over. So you'll get these two pieces. This one does not have the tabs on the side. This one does. And then they both have tabs going up, to form the curve. And so what we're going to do is we fold all the tabs. And then I want to glue this piece inside this one that does have the tabs. And so I'll put some glue on here. I'm going to get my glue going. And I did that wrong, but I'll just flip it this way. That should have gone on this side. And so I'm going to glue that into here. And then I'm going to nudge it up against this other side, this edge over here. And then these two tabs will come up. And so now you'll notice, like I said, on this backing, there's two notches, and that's going to be what helps you place this tab onto the box. And so I'll put some glue on this side here. And I'll kind of line the side edges of the tabs, and they're going to cover that piece. And just to be sure, I'm going to fold it over and make sure those are lined up on the bottom. And then I'll do the same over on this side. And I thought of the tabs after I had already done that first one, so I'm guessing on this one. It's just helpful having those notches there. Okay, and so now we're going to... Oh, and also, before I get started, on the ends of these, there's also two tabs, and all that is just an extra tab to help reinforce this edge. Makes the box a little sturdier right there. Okay, and so now we're ready to start folding this up. I'm going to put these up here. Okay. Make sure all my tabs are going the right way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on these tabs and start lining them up along this box edge. I'm going to try and keep that in the camera view. Maybe do it this way, you might be able to see better. See, I'm lining that up along here. And press those down and let the glue dry. And then I'll do the same on this side. Put glue along all these tabs here. Form that right along the edge. And now we'll do the other side. And I think on this one it's easier to put the glue on both sides before bringing this up. And I'll form that right along there and press those tabs down. And it's easier to see this way. It's actually easier too doing it this way because you can press it down on the hard surface. Let that dry, and then come over here and do this side. Okay, now that that's glued, whoops, I missed two. Got stuck on the outside. Okay, and then we can decorate the fronts and the back. You can do, like if you were going to do the sunflower, you could either just do it on one side, or you could also make two sunflowers and make sure you decorate both sides. That's up to you. And okay, I'm going to show you how I put the sunflower together. I've got these two pieces. Actually, I had a brighter. Yep. I had a brighter yellow here. What I like to do is take my straight edge and I just go through and I kind of curl the petals up before I put them together. Dot of glue in the middle, and then when I line them up, I stagger the petals. And now you can also see if I've got a brush here. If you want to color the center of the sunflower with a little bit of orange, I like to take this sponge dauber and I take some of the orange ink pad and just kind of faintly color the center, and it just gives it a little bit of definition. And then you can either do a black backing with a light brown front, or you can do the light brown backing with a black front. I think this is usually the more standard way that I've been doing it, but I thought I want to give this a try. I kind of like the black. Just center that on there. And then we'll put it in the middle of the flower. You see the first one, I had the light brown on the front. And then I'm going to glue the leaves. And on this one too, again, I made the leaves fairly offset so they're popping out more. If you decide, you could actually do this with the sunflower, the leaves, and if you could even add a spider web. And if you really want to, you could add the spider. You could have the whole ball of wax on there. That's what's going to be nice with having these extra pieces, is you get to decide how you're going to decorate it. And so what I would do is, I think I'd put the flower on first here. It's going to go down in the corner. And then I'll have the leaf. And I'm going to tuck that down here so that I can get the greeting up here without anything being in the way. And do I want to do, I think I'll go this way. Okay, and so that's one side of the box. And if, like I said, if you want, you can turn around and you can also decorate the other side too. You could also resize these sunflowers if you wanted to do an arrangement. You could do this one and maybe reduce it a little bit and add a couple more. This just gives you some room to play, and you get to decide. And now for the handle, there's two pieces, and I'm going to glue them together with these holes matching up. Line that up. Let it go straight along here. Glue that down, and then while the glue is still wet, I like to again take this and kind of train it a little bit. It's easier to do when the glue is still wet and soft. That way when you go to attach it to the box, it's going to have a more natural curve. And so to attach it, I just take this brad. I like to open them a little bit first, makes it easier. Tuck it through this side and then into the hole. Whoops. Tuck it into that side. Through the hole. And then just close that. And then we'll add another one on this side. Okay, and there's our first box. And here's the one I'm going to do with a spider. And I've already put a web on this side. I'm going to show you. I'm going to start on this, add it to this side and do both, but I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this web and attach it. And you're going to like having a very fine point glue bottle to get this on here. And then it's going to line up right along the edge. Okay, and there's the web. And now for the spider. I went to a little extra here. This one looks like he's a little very dimensional, and it adds some creepiness to the spider to put some dimension to his legs and his body. And so to do that, I kind of take and I bend the legs up first and then just gently curl them. You could either just do this by hand too, you don't need a tool. Okay, and then on his body there's a second piece, another layer, and I added pop dots to the back of that, and I'm going to take a black Copic marker, and on the back side here where the pop dots are, I just run some black along there, because then when you're looking at the spider from the side, you don't see the white pop dot. Take those little pieces off. And we'll attach that to his body. The other thing I was doing too, I'm trying to see if I've got this other marker. This one works better. Because the glitter paper is black, but it has the white edging along where I've cut it, I just take a black marker and go through and color that black so that you don't see the white. And where's I also, on this one, I added 2 tiny little pearl dots for his eyes. I don't have my pearl dots. Oh, yes, no, I don't. Oh, where are they? Oh, well, I'll find them in a little bit, but you could add like 2 tiny little pearl dots there. Give him some creepy eyes. And then we're going to add the spider and the greeting, and I'm going to put the greeting on this one. I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to put the spider up closer to the top. Too much glue. And then we'll add that there. And we've already got the handle on this one. But there's the candy corn party box. And like I said, you get your choices of ways to decorate it. It'll be fun for Halloween and fall. Thanks for watching.